Good day to one and all. This is Dr. Sivaraman of iknowindices.com. We are on 17th of February now, Friday. During that of the Asian session, I'm going to do during this Asian session live market analysis on the forecast webinar, the review of the forecast, what I given it on 13th for this week, 13th to 17th of February. I gave the session-wise forecast on 13th and also explained the expected market moves and the range in which they are expected to make swings in the market on 13th. Today we are on 17th. So if you review it, you'll be able to understand how far the forecast has really reflected on the market moves, or whether the market has moved against the expectations of the forecast. So that will give you beforehand the reliability of the forecast. So you'll be able to understand on yourself how reliable the forecast is. Because basically it is not to promote the product. I'm just trying to explain it without expecting any reward from that of the traders, mainly to give them the confidence in trading. So how one can gain confidence in trading, provided they find some support. And it is not the support and resistance. And if somebody is holding their hand, then they find it is more comfortable while trading, because market is known to continuously give uncertainties. In the process of uncertainties, you find the market moves will only trigger the fear. So what the traders look for is a dependable forecast. That is why I am taking the time to explain to the small traders that this forecast is dependable. Besides, we also do the market reading. So I explain every time how exactly the market reading is being done. And in the event if the forecast goes against, then there is no question or no need to blame anybody. Instead, we can use our trading strategy and earn money from that of the market. So that one has got the option. If the market goes up, I'll be booking profit. If it comes down, also I'll be booking profit using the trading strategy. So in such a situation, the traders will be able to conserve the equity and try to earn money from that other market. And basically, when the market is being manipulated, it is bound to be influenced by so many people, and those who are operating the market, they try to misguide the traders continuously, because that is part of the game. So only when the traders are misguided, they find the market is continuously surprising. The market events happen to be unexpected. So in such an unexpected condition, the traders find that they need some clue. So the players create the market sentiments. So once they create the market sentiment, the traders feel that yes, we should go with that of the sentiment or go with that of the market stream. And also the traders are advised, trend is your friend. So automatically the traders find that there is a way to trade. Then later on they find that one or two trades they would have earned money, then subsequently they would have lost the money. And when they have lost the money, if they just ask the person who have been talking about all those things, they will simply say that you should have used the stop, or they may not even reply. So this is the condition predominant of the traders face in the market. That is why I thought that it is to build the confidence for the traders. I am taking the effort of giving the forecast and also explaining the trading strategies so that they will have a full understanding of the market, full package to trade at ease. Now, this is the forecast I gave on Monday, 13th of February, and being the second week of February, I was explaining that they are expected to make the trending move on the upside in the case of Euro and GBP, but in between they are expected to make the slide. So they made the slide on Thursday, then subsequently they started, on Wednesday, and subsequently started gaining the level on Thursday, and today they started gaining the level slowly. If you see that net change, Euro, GBP are showing positive net change. When I was giving the webinar on Wednesday, how they showed the new low in the case of Euro and GBP. And this is the way they try to make moves in the market and induce the traders to go in for a wrong trade following the market sentiment. Then subsequently, they just simply gained the level, and the traders have gone short, or those who have gone short and not booked a profit after the drop out of greed, they will be facing the problem that the position is making loss. Now here you find that the four majors are showing positive net change. That means the players are handling the crosses. So the Euro and GBP is showing the positive net change is the USD weakening move, and USDN and USD CHF showing positive net change, indicating the USD gaining move. And in the case of Australian dollar and Canadian dollar, they are showing the USD weakening move, because Aussie is showing positive net change being a numerator currency, and Canadian dollar is showing the negative net change being a denominator currency. So they are showing USD weakening move, but the majors are showing mixed move. This is the way they handle the market, or especially the crosses during the mid session. So they are expected to make the gain or the rise during the Japanese session, and then after the brief false move during the gap time and the session start time, they are expected to rise again during the European session, and then continue to slowly gain the level during the US session. So they are expected to make more trending move on the upside in the case of Euro GBP as well as USDN and USD CHF during the following weeks, next week, and followed by that you come across the monthly trend reversal. Then later on they will try to continue the moves on the upside. Now these are all the levels they are shown in this week. On the top you come across the estimated level, mathematically estimated level. In this level they are expected to swing the market during the week. So Euro was expected to form the low 1.0600, but it came down to 1.0522 and then gained and went up to 1.0732. So they had done the consolidation and the churning and hit all the stops and then gained again. This is the way they gain, book profit and drop and buy back. So when they do 2-3 times, then the profit is built up, and with the help of the profit, they try to buy at a higher level, so that still their average buy level will be much lower than that of the market. That way, they try to handle the market. Then in the case of GBP, they came down to 1.2387 and below that of the expected low, and then started gaining the level during this consolidation on the lower level to gain more during the coming days in the next week. Then in the case of yen, they came down to 113.18 current low, and then they went up to 115.41, and so they are holding around 113, and slowly they are expected to gain the level when Euro and GBP are also gaining the levels today. Then in the case of CHF, they came down to 99.68 and went up to 1.0132, and in the expected range they have been making the swing. And in the case of Canadian dollar, it came up to 1.3121. The expected high was 31.50, and then they started coming down to 1.3010. Next week they could go down further and then start gaining the levels again. Then in the case of Aussie, as I explained, that they are expected to show the low around 0.7625. It came down to 76.31, started gaining the level to 77, and today they are expected to gain more level in the case of Aussie as well. Now we'll come to the other market trading. I noted down the initial lows and the highs set around 3:30 GMT in the market. The case of Euro, it has not breached the low, but breached the high by 1 pip and come down. So they are expected to make a brief downward stop for 1 or 2 pips and then start gaining the level. In the case of GBP, 24.79 is the low. They are not breached. 25.11 is the high. That also is not been breached. And in the case of Yen, 113.18 is the low. They are not breached. 113.50 is the high. This is also not breached. And in the case of CHF, 0.9968 is the low, and 1.0059 is the high. They are not breached the low of the high. In Canadian dollar, 1.3060 is the low, 1.3087 is the high. Both are not breached. In the case of Australian dollar, 76.84 is the high, low, and 77.09 was the high. They breached the high, 77.09, and then gone up to 77.13 and holding above that of this 77.09, indicating that they will straight and as an intentional move gain more level in the case of Australian dollar. In a dip is a buy opportunity. So the recommended trades, so you can keep a buy order near that of the low in the case of Euro, and also GBP when they make a small dip during session change time or gap time. And similarly, a brief downward stop in the case of USD and we can pick up a buy position and then wait for the gains in all and then book profit as they are expected to show more of a contrarian move in the market, gaining the levels in the case of Euro, GBP as well as USD yen. Now these are all the session timings, what we are supposed to follow. So if you've got any doubt, you can ask me the question. I'm willing to answer those questions. Because I want that webinar to be more interactive. When you ask questions, then I know what is the level of understanding of yours. So accordingly, I'll be able to give the suggestions. So I'll show the forecast again. So expected market move for today, a small or a brief dip, and then gain the levels in the case of Euro and GBP during that of the late session from 6 to 7:30 GMT. Then again, a gap time falls more on the downside, small swings near that of the low or in the middle level in the case of Euro and GBP during that of the European session. And then they are expected to gain the level during US session. Then US session, they are expected to swing in a higher level and then start slowly gain the levels. Then next week, 20th to 24th, also they are expected to gain the levels and those gains will be very significant. Then the peak traders will show the bullish sentiment in the market. So they are expected to gain more levels in the case of Euro and GBP, as well USD and swing either way USD CHF. And USD CAD and Australian dollar are expected to show next week USD weakening more. But since no question is asked, I'll probably wind up the webinar. So I take this opportunity to thank FX for the facilities provided to present the webinar, and also thank you for your patient listening and viewing of the forecast and also the webinar. Kindly reflect on the concepts given in the webinar so that you will be able to really understand what is happening in the market, and it's nothing but the manipulation. And when men manipulate, obviously they have to use the cunning methods of cheating the traders or misguiding the traders so that the traders could lose the money. So don't become a victim of such act, and develop the market faith and market confidence. And by eliminating the uncertainties, thereby you will be able to consistently earn money from that other market. So wish you all the best in your trades and the weekend, and we will meet on Monday, and again I'll come out with the forecast for the next week. Thank you one and all. See you.